Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and it's back. Call who you need to call, tell who you need to tell. We got to put some things on pause because Legendary is back. It is season 2. We got new houses. Same judges. We pray. Okay. But the show is back. I am excited. Are you excited? We finna do this mega mix. I'm about to do all 3 episodes. Let's jump into it, shall we? I'm ready. Are you? All I really wanna be is an icon or a statement. No, it's legendary. Okay, so what's happening is there's 10 new houses, and so they're going to do a grand march. They're going to break it up into 2 balls, which would be the first 2 episodes. Excuse me, I'm all over the place. So the first 5 houses are going to compete, and then on episode 2, the next 5 houses are going to compete, and the category is grand march. And we getting into it. I can't wait. Okay, because I want to be respectful and make sure I get everyone's house name correct. The first house is the house of Nina Orichi. And the house father is Omari. And the co-founder is Gillette. Yes. And I'm going to come back once they do their grand march. But that's where we are right now. Okay, so before we get into what the judges thought of House of Nina Orichi, that is a mouthful. I want to give my thoughts before we hear what the judges have to say. First of all, I liked it. Baby girl who was flipping. My wig is not secure, so I can't flip my hair like that. But baby girl, how's your neck, daughter? Because I felt you was swinging and flipping that hair. I was like, yes. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love the concept. I love the song that they got to dance to because it was just a house mix of things that come through Nina Orichi. I think they did an absolutely wonderful job. It's kind of hard because they're first out, but I feel like they killed it. Let's see what the judges have to say. Okay, so let's get to the judges' scores. Law gave them a 7. Jamila gave them a 9. Megan and Leomi gave them both. Like I was saying, Megan and Leomi gave them both 10s. Everybody remarked on the outfits not being up to the level that they were expecting and for them to go back and work on it. Shout out to baby girl Alora. It was her first time walking in any ball. She's a ball virgin. And so shout out to you for having the balls, the cojones, for your first time, not only to walk in a ball, but for it to be on TV. Props to you, baby girl, and you did a great job. But yeah, that's where we are. They are giving scores, and whoever the lowest 2 teams that have the 2 houses that have the lowest scores go into the battlegrounds, and then whoever wins that, the loser leaves for the evening. So I think there's going to be somebody gone tonight and tomorrow night, I think, is how that's going to work. Or it could be the lowest person from tonight and then the lowest person from episode 2, and then those 2 go together. Okay, I don't know. So before we even get into their performance, because they haven't even come out on the stage yet, House of Balenciaga. First of all, Mother Shannon tells the story of how she went to federal prison for 40 months for stealing $17 million back in the 90s. Fix it, Jesus. But baby girl said that it was a blessing in disguise for her. That's where she met her house mother and was set on this path to where she is right now today. Come on. And I would just like to say Mother's face is dusted. She dusted. I mean, but she said she walks category of face, so I'm not surprised. Also, our baby girl, Honey Balenciaga, is in the house. Now, Honey Balenciaga was one of the supervillains last season for the finale. I'm glad to see you back. I can't wait because baby girl was fierce. No, I'm upset. First of all, everything. They came. The first 3 came out in this formation. It was bookie bookie book. Pop, pop. And then out of nowhere, little Honey comes flipping into on these high heel boots. I don't know how y'all flipping in these boots, but damn it, That's never going to be a skill I have. This baby comes flipping in. I said, oh, bitch, don't do it. She's like, I was like, oh, okay, girl. And then they bring Mother Erica, that's not her name, Jesus, I'm sorry, Shannon out, and Miss Shannon is giving you face, giving you face, love, face, all the face. And then, unfortunately, she trips over her outfit, the train of her outfit. But they keep going, but you can kind of tell it kind of broke up the mood. So I'm going to give them an 8. Only giving this. Well, I want to say 8.5, 9. I want to give them a 9 because I'm only taking a point off because of the trip. But everything else, chef's kiss. Mother Shannon, your face, baby. Don't even worry about it. Y'all got it. Y'all gonna come back from this. I can't wait to see it. So let's get into what the judges had to say and their score. Okay, so the judges were a lot more forgiving than I am. Jesus Christ, I don't know nothing. So they got 10s from everybody except for Jamila. How Law gave them a 10. Because he don't never give people 10. So I listen, even with the hiccup. Okay, so they got a 39. They are above Nina Orichi, who currently has 36. Let's see who the next house is, shall we? Okay, before they get to the floor, House of Lux is throwing shots already. Jesus Christ. The father of the House of Lux said, he's like, our house is not like other houses. Unlike, the man said, and I quote, unlike other houses, I don't need my children to carry me. Oh, what? Shots fired. I repeat, shots fired. Again, before the House of Lux performs, the baby done broke his hand. Y'all ain't even started yet. Ja from the House of Lux, who is the baby. He's the flipper, the gymnastic, the flexible one, all of those good things. This baby done broke his hand in practice. Ooh, God. Well, let's see how this gonna go. Okay, so they bring the baby in front of everybody. And so the host, oh, God, I can't think of the baby's name. Oh, Jesus, you know I'm old. He's like them. Unfortunately, he broke his hand, so he will not be able to perform. He will support them from the sidelines. Now, I don't know how long. Okay, before we get into the judges, I'm going to give them a 9. That was really good. I felt like, I'm only giving them a 9 because I felt like you could see the missing spots where Josh should have been. But that could be because he broke his head the day before and they really didn't get a chance to maybe fill in the gaps of where he should have been and change the choreography that much so you wouldn't see the gaps where he should have been. That's what I got, but let's get to the judges. Okay, so the overall score that they got from the judges is a 32. They got a 10 from Law, a 7 from Jamila, an 8 from Megan, and a 7 from Laomi. Unfortunately, the baby will not be able to finish the competition because his hand is broken. And so he's not going to be able to come back from that in enough time for this competition. But they did well. I think they're in the bottom now. We'll see what happens. Okay. So next up is the legendary House of Chanel. So the House of Chanel has been in existence for the last 40 to 50 years. They have currently 3 legends in the house. I don't want to mispronounce anybody's name, so I'm not going to give names because I'm old and I don't remember. But I would like to say the father of the House of Chanel said they're coming to sit the kids down. I said, oh my God. So let's get into their performance, shall we? I'm ready for this one. Okay, let's get into it before the judges give their scores. I'm going to give it an 8. It looked a little discombobulated, a little disorganized is how it came off to me. I like the outfits, but I just feel like it was like messy. It seems messy. See what the judges say. I have a feeling Law is not going to give them. Let's see. Before we get into any of the other judges' scores, I knew Law was going to say, first of all, he pretended he was asleep and he was like, Law. He's like, oh, I was bored. I took a nap. He gave them a 4. A 4? A 4? Okay, so They gave them a total of 22. Each of the women gave them a 6, and Law gave them a 4. They are at the bottom, unfortunately. And unfortunately, that performance kind of gave bottom. It wasn't the best. And I feel like they could do better. Maybe they were nervous. Let's go to the next house. Okay, so this next house, y'all, I'm going to ask for forgiveness now. Because I feel like I was saying, I'm asking for forgiveness now. Is this the house of Miyake Mugler? I hope I got that right. They're the last house on this episode, and apparently out of this 5, the bottom 2 are going to fight it out for a redemption battle, and then one person is going home. So let's get into it. Miyake Mugler. Okay. Don't think I'm going to be able to do this whole season. So this is what we doing this season. So y'all just thug tears everywhere. You just going to make me cry. First of all, my condolences to the young man who lost his mother. And then for him to be friends with Shannon and her to be broken for him over the fact that his mother passed away. Listen, I am literally in my feelings. They ain't even got up here and did nothing yet. This is a performance. So we have established that there are thug tears everywhere. We are heartbroken for this baby who lost his mama. And we are hoping, I hope they go out there and kill it. This is a performance house. This is what they're known for. This is what they do. Let's see what happens. I just want to say I wish I could record while I'm live watching them actually. Like, I'm so glad I'm in the house, but I am hollering like an idiot. I'm like, pow, cow, pow. Listen. That was everything. I'm going to give them a 10. I'm going to give Miyake Mugler gets a 10 for me. Let's see what the judges have to say. Yes. Okay, so the judges give them a score of 38. It got a little more thug tears. This time, Meg Thee Stallion, daughter, listen. Try not to listen. I got to keep this face on for several more hours. I can't have rain and then go to church and then they be like, what the hell's wrong with you? Megan touched on her personal experience with losing her mother. And so that brought out the thug tears for everybody. But all in all, they gave a great performance. They got 10s across the board with everybody except for Law, who gave them an 8. Now they got a 38. And so now we about to go into speed round. Let's get it. Okay, the redemption battle is over. I was screaming at the screen like a crazy person. I believe I'm going to give it to House of Lux. I think that's who's in the white. I think that's in who the person is in the white. I'll let you know if I'm right or wrong. Let's see who the judges give it to. Okay, I was wrong. The young man in the white is in the House of Lux. My bad. I'm sorry. I was too busy screaming and not paying attention. And Law has now voted for House of Lux. That's how I knew who was what. Okay, let's continue. Wait a minute. I don't know if this ever happened. They are tied. 2 for Chanel and 2 for Lux. So now, with the tie, I guess he's giving them go back and deliberate it one more again and see if they can come up with an answer about who should go home. Let's see who fights for it. Okay, so they gave it to the House of Lux after they had a whole deliberation. They came back and gave it to the House of Lux. And unfortunately, the House of Chanel will be leaving this evening. I don't know if there's a redemption, something they can come back. I don't know. Or if they just chopped. We'll see. Okay, so the House of Chanel left with grace and style, and I really enjoyed them. This was the end of the first episode of Season 2, Grand March Part 1. I will be doing Grand March Part 2 and the Tinseltown Ball tomorrow. I have a lot of stuff that I need to do. I need to be listening to music right now for this rehearsal that I have this evening. But this is my recap. Me off. So rude. This is my review and recap of Legendary Season 2, Episode 1. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a kid, and I will catch y'all tomorrow for Part 2 of the Grand March. Peace out.